Hello, Padawans. Last week, you heard us talk about Mini Snowwalker with Ranger of RSG. I regret that I unfortunately have to deliver the news that, if you were not aware, we did lose Mini Snowwalker Saturday morning, just before we went live with the RSG Jedi Academy. Regardless, we as a community raised over $25,000 in his memory for St. Jude's. That is something that is a monumental undertaking. We as a community are amazing. On behalf of RSG, the Bounty Honeys, and everyone that was involved in this undertaking, thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Before we begin this episode of the Escape Pod cast, I'd like to take 15 seconds for us to reflect on what we did as a community. We are amazing. Please join me in a moment of silence in memory of Mini Snowwalker. The show must go on.
One is a Grand Arena specialist from the UK. The other is a territory battle tactician from the US. Together, there are no signs of intelligent life on board. With both having played this game since launch, the one thing we are sure of is that you will be entertained. The Escape Pod Cast, a service of the Escape Pod Castaways. A weekly podcast about the mobile game Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Live from the network studios of Yavin 4, here are your hosts, Neil Andrew Eyre and Paul Anthony.
Coming up on this week's edition of the Escape Pod cast.
Our game has a new look.
Some are comparing it to other games of the same genre.
Was it a good change or was it a bad change? We will discuss.
Jedi Master Kenobi, Neil. He's arrived to the game.
Some already have him at Relic 8, Paul.
Yeah, and with the Ultimate too, and I have a problem with that.
Oh boy, do I feel a Paul rant coming on perchance?
You bet your butt we do.
Well, I found us a special guest this week.
Oh, did you finally get that big YouTuber?
No, but this guest is very well known in the community, 5k subs.
Okay, you finally got that guy.
If by AP gains you are correct.
Oh, boy, this is going to be interesting.
Just go with it, it should be fun. He's promised to behave. I told him we're PG-13.
All right. Well, then, of course, we do have a new episode of Helly and the Noob and Patreon's Choice on the Bridge.
All this and the breaking news as and if it happens.
Right here on the Escape Pod cast.
The Escape Pod Cast News.
Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of the Escape Pod Cast. I'm your host, the Nev, and as always, I'm joined by my hetero life partner, Paul. Anthony, Paul, how are you today?
I am excited. It's as I had mentioned in the pre-show, this is the first episode from the new studios that I built out, and there's carpet. It's not as echoey. It's wonderful. I'm excited for this.
Me too. I'm no longer headbutting my third camera. I chopped the shelf. I took the shelf off. I took it upstairs into the garage. I got out the circular saw. I chopped it in half, and then I came back downstairs and I screwed it to the ceiling, and that was it. It's like, will it do? I don't know. I'll just have to put my camera on it and see if it works. Which it did, because I streamed from the bar earlier on. So.
Right, but if all of a sudden something falls down and knocks your ass out cold.
Yes, if all of a sudden I'm knocked out cold, it's because No, even if it fell, it wouldn't land on my head. It might graze my shoulder. It might. It's a bit like the monitor that we used to have. There, but my camera is there. So yeah, I'm good.
Gotcha. Well, guys, thank you for joining us in a moment of remembrance of Minnie Snowwalker. It was stunning to have heard that news Saturday morning, but I'm really glad that we raised over $25,000 through the community's generosity.
Mm-hmm.
So,
oh yeah, no, that was very, very. I mean, did you have? I mean, was there a doubt? Did there any doubt creep into the back of your mind that this community would come together for Minnie? Because there was no doubt in the back of my mind that the community would come together. It was just, how sustainable it was going to be. I mean, it was all that was done in a week, less than a week. All of that was done, and the community stayed together. No, there was no doubt in my mind that the community would come together.
There were still the detractors, Neil. There was still the scum of the earth.
Yeah, but we're not giving them airtime. Shh.
Well, I just want to point this out. If you do run into people like that, it is about frickin' time for you just to say no and let it go. If they want to engage you, just say no and go on. Screw them. So, yeah, that's I just had to say that part. I read that earlier on the internet. It's about damn time to say no to trolls. I thought I'd pass it along. You know what I also read on the internet? That Abraham Lincoln used the internet to deliver the Gettysburg Address.
Yeah, I don't think so. But hey, if that's if it's on the internet, it must be true.
Exactly.
If it's on the internet, it must.
I think
be
Socrates
true.
said that.
Yeah. If it's on the internet, it must be true.
All right, let's start.
How very Aristotelian of you.
Let's stop playing around. Let's talk about the news that came to our game, Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Let's start with the update because you're not a fan.
Oh God, no. There are. Yeah, no. I got extremely irate with
You did.
I got extremely irate with the new user interface regarding the squad selection. So I mean, I have issues with it. I have some small issues with it, but the big one that I was having today in Grand Arena Championships was I would select a team and it would tell me that you can't. And it's like, well, I don't know that because it's not in red anymore.
Yeah. I'm not a fan because it's so big.
Oh, the size, to be honest with you, I actually quite like the size. Here's the thing. We know how much they love their artwork and how much they used to love talking about their artwork. So bigger icons means that we get to see more detail in the artwork of the game. So I don't have any issues with the size. I actually quite like that. The color scheme's what's bugging me. It's like the Gear 13s are too bright, and Gear 12 and below, it just looks dull. It's like, it's almost as if it's like, yeah, we're going to give you a color you don't like. We're going to make it dull to force you to make them all bright and colorful at Gear 13. It's like, no, that's not the way it works. You put a Gear 12 next to a Gear 13, and the contrast is there. I joked with it. I joked about it with our guest, who's coming on later, that we all know that CG just has one laptop to work off. And the guy that was working on the brightness of the icons, obviously he sat directly in front of the monitor, and everybody else is crowded around it, which tells me that it's
his name's Casey, by the way. Casey's in charge of the laptop.
Right, Casey. So Casey sat in front of the laptop, and obviously it's a crap laptop. And the reason why I say that is because obviously it doesn't have an IPS screen. So he's looking at it directly and getting all of that color saturation that's too much. And he's gone, oh, what do you think? Do you think it's too bright? And everybody stood around to the side and isn't getting the full effect. And they're like, yeah, it's all right. And Casey's looking at himself thinking, all right, then I'll leave it like that. Because it's just too bright. Some of them are too bright.
I like the brightness. I like the brightness of the blue and the red. My problem is that there was no icon to point out the galactic legend that was sitting in GAC for me this morning.
Mm-hmm.
And also, as you said, it's hard to tell what gear they are.
Yeah. The purple geared characters, you've really got to like go in like, is that an 8? Is it a 9? Is it a 10? I can't tell because they're just so dull. It used to be the purple gear characters. I mean, at least the color had some effervescence to it. You could tell just at a glance whether it was an 11, a 10, a 9, or an 8, or a 7 for that matter. Now you're looking at it and you're squinting. And the other thing as well that was bugging the crap out of me was if it wasn't a Gear 13, when you were in battle, you would select the character that you wanted to attack. You couldn't tell what gear they were.
That's true. You had to remember.
You had to remember what gear the characters were before you went into battle. Which, you don't expect to have to do. So if you're up against a squad and you're like, right, who's the weak link? You start clicking through the characters, looking for who the weak link is so that you can take them out first. You don't know who the weak link is because you can't see their bloody gear anymore. So, yeah, I don't know if... See, here's the thing. I don't know what is a deliberate change or an error or a bug. I just don't know. But, they just...
Well, I can tell you what the known issues are. Let me pull up the latest.
Pull them up.
The latest ones here. Game updates. The hot fix on 6/17. They fixed that Jedi Knight Luke's leader synergy was assigned to the wrong characters. The target reticles were not in the correct position for Tier 3 of Rey and Supreme Leader Kylo Ren's Galactic Ascension events. They fixed an issue that caused a soft lock upon completing Tier 3 of Rey and Slacker's Galactic Ascension events. You couldn't unlock a Galactic Legend. And they also fixed an issue with entrenched data disks not working. One of their brand new data disks was not working, Neil.
Yeah.
Known issues still. Units that are no longer available in raids or Grand Arena do not have visual difference in the squad and inventory screens. So as you scroll down in the list, it doesn't show them in red or faded out. And also, and this ticked a lot of people off, and I'm surprised that we have not gotten compensation for this yet. Stand Your Ground is not providing protection in Geonosis territory battle. That is the cam mission, Neil.
Oh, right. That's the cam mission, is it?
We deserve one cam shard for each person in our guild that was cam mission eligible. That is what I am calling for compensation.
Absolutely. If somebody did the cam mission and couldn't do it because of that bug, then they should automatically be given the guild should automatically be given the cam shard for that account. Yeah, straight away.
It has been long enough that they can loosen up on those cam shards. Because I mean, they're already putting Watts in the freaking weekly shipments, Neil. Watt Tambor is in the weekly shipments.
Yeah, someone mentioned that on a stream I was on last night. That the Watt Tambor shards are in weekly shipments. It's not the. See, here's the thing. My bet with GOM is that the Watt Tambor and the cam shards will be in the Get store. If I just said that they would be put into the store, I would be halfway to my bet. I'd be halfway to winning my bet, but we're 18 days into June, and I think I'm going to lose that bet to GOM, and I'm going to have to go on his stream and put a Zeta on something live, and I'm not looking forward to that because.
What was your deadline?
June.
So
June,
you have until the end of June.
So I've got till the end of June, and because Cam's not one of the characters required for JMK, I'm kind of the mind that they're probably not going to get put in the store now. So I'm just waiting for the inevitable. I'm waiting for the inevitable bet loss, and yeah.
You're tied to the track. You see the train coming.
Yeah, I can see the train coming, and I can't get the knots undone. It's like I'm just gonna accept the inevitability of my fate, I think, and which is why I'm putting all of my fleet currency into Zeta materials and not Omegas at the moment.
So you actually have one for when it's time.
So I actually have them at the moment. Yeah, so I have one spare. I mean, I've got a couple spare, but I know I'm going to need 6 for JML when I get JML.
Update me. Where are you at on that?
Well,
we haven't talked about that recently.
I'm at R5 on R2D2, so obviously I need to get to R7. So I'm currently in the hoarding energy phase. So I'm currently just hoarding energy. Why are you hoarding energy when you can be using that energy to get the items you need to create the relic material?
I've got
the salvage that's going to be able to do it, but it's the other materials, the cantina energy. So I'm just using cantina energy every single day to farm for that side of the relic materials.
Okay.
The relic materials on the other side, I've got enough gear to convert to the parts that I will need for R6 and for R7. So I've got that. That side I've got. It's the other side that I don't have. But I asked the question how much energy do you need to have hoarded in order to unlock a GL day 1? And Fatal told me it's 8.7k. And I'm like, I've only got like 1,000 energy hoarded at the moment. So yeah, I might slow it down so that R2 hits Relic 7 just as I'm hitting like 8.7, and then that's it. I'll do a stream and I will unlock him, or I'll do a live stream on the Twitch channel to get
draw it out, make it a series, Neil.
No, I'm not going to make it a series. I want to do it all in one go. I am not faffing around day after day after day farming for them damn tickets that I'm going to need for JML. I just want to do it all in one go.
What if you fail one of the missions?
If I fail one of the missions, everyone will see a Never Age.
And you won't finish it No,
I will finish it day 1. I'm going to sit in the bar. Right? I'm going to do the entire mission from the bar, so that I can, be comfy, have a drink. I will have a barman bring me drinks, and yeah, I'm just going to stream it. I don't care how long it takes. I mean, it wasn't taking people that long to unlock JMK, so I don't imagine it's going to take.
We'll get to that. We will get to that.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, no, I don't even think I'm going to have 8.7k saved up by the time I get R2, because I'm probably only a week away. From getting all of the relic materials necessary to take R2 to Relic 7, and I'm not going to have 8.7. I'm doing 50. I mean, I'm collecting all of the bonus energy, and I'm doing 350s. So I'm doing the 350 refreshes and all of the bonus energy that I get every single day in order to get to that 8.7K. So whether I get there or not, we'll see.
Wait a minute, 8.7K what?
Energy.
Yeah, right. You can't purchase more than 3.
Yeah,
but once you hit 1,000, you can't purchase any more energy.
Yeah, I can. I'm doing a 50 crystal refresh on the energy every single day. I'm doing the 350s every single day, plus I'm collecting the bonus energy.
You're going to eventually hit a cap that you're not aware of.
Well, I haven't hit a cap yet. Yeah.
Mary J's saying you can have over 10K energy.
Yeah. I saw Loki start.
Wait a minute. Regular energy is not capped anymore?
No, it's not. It's not been capped for ages. How do you think I did the hoard account? I hoarded energy.
You could, but you couldn't purchase energy past a certain point, I thought.
No, all you got to do is tap on the energy, click on 50.
What was it at what? Can somebody tell me, was purchasing energy capped at one point? Or am I dreaming that this was true?
I think you're dreaming, because I don't think it was ever capped.
Yeah, and I know, and okay, you know what, Neil? Let's go to a break so I can go into my rant about this.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have a rant on what people did to get to Relic 8 Kenobi with the ultimate day one. We'll be right back after these messages right here on the Escape Pod Cast.
The Escape Pod Cast with Paul Anthony and Neil Andrew Ware.
HotBot in HotUtils is one of the most comprehensive tools for Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes.
With integration into the super useful mod tool Grand Ivory, HotUtils can help you tackle some of the most difficult aspects of the game.
Not sure how to mod your roster for a certain game mode?
Use one of the many filters that automatically assigns the right mods to the right character in accordance with your guild needs.
Now with additional features that can assist you and your guild officers in territory battles and territory wars, HotUtils is an amazing value.
And don't forget the useful tools for yourself in Grand Arena, like the in-depth and customizable compare feature.
Got multiple accounts like Neil, but not the time to remod them all?
With this one-stop utility, you can switch between your alts and never miss a mod upgrade or a mod switch before locking into GAC or Territory Wars.
Starting at just $5 a month, you don't want to miss out on these great tools.
HotUtils is the new official remodding service for the Escape Pod Cast.
Visit HotUtils.com to learn more. That's HotUtils.com. And go ahead and spice up your Galaxy of Heroes experience.
Podawans, be sure to support the shows brought to you on the Escape Podcast Twitch and YouTube channel by becoming a Patreon. For as little as $2 a month, you can support us and get a little extra for yourself. With tiered rewards including access to ShittyBill's Arena Tracking Bot, after-show access, inclusion in the GA Center leaderboards, behind-the-scenes access, and much more. There is something for everyone on our Discord server. Head on over to Patreon, that is patreon.com/The Escape Pod, and sign up today. Thank you for supporting and listening to the Escape Podcast.
Hello, friends. This is Thaddeus from Going Nerdy, and I approve this message and am compensated for signups for this service.
The world's largest audiobook library is at your fingertips, and the Escape Pod Castaways wants you to try it for free. Head on over to escapepodcastaways.com and click the Going Nerdy offer button to claim a free audiobook and 2 Audible originals. Cancel anytime, and it's absolutely free to sign up. Check out Audible and support the Escape Pod Castaways, all for free. See Audible website for details. Restrictions may apply. Welcome into the Patreon leaderboard. I'm Paul Anthony. As heard on the Escape Podcast and right here on GA Center, we bring to you the Patreon leaderboard. Let's just jump right into the stats. Big Country Mags goes 3-0 with 7,911 banners. Somebody call 911. 39 wins, 2 losses, 2 holds. His report, says, okay, this week was basically cut and paste. Round 1, I full cleared, opponent no attack. Round 2, slugfest, full clear. And then round 3, full clear, no attack. As a side note, rounds 2 and 3 were streamed on Twitch. Hashtag shameless self-promotion. He owes Ellie a nickel for that one. D goes 2-1. 5,916 banners, 18 wins, 4 losses, 1 hold, no report. So nothing else to report. Dark Helmet goes 1-2. 8870 with 46 up, 7 down, 5 in the hold column. Dr. Jojo goes 3-0 with 8,777 banners, 777. Lucky or not? 45 wins, 9 losses, 7 holds. 4 strong, 1-2 this round. 6,429 banners, 30 wins, 3 losses, 3 holds. Interesting to see what he's doing here. Hot Sauce. From the devastating 1-2 last week, he goes 3-0 this week with a whopping 9,802 banners, 51 wins, 5 losses, and his opponent banged his head against the wall 30 times. 30 holds for Hot Sauce. He's included here because he's not a streamer, even though he is a big part of the community. Check out HotUtils.com for more information on Hotbot. Schnarman, 2-1, 7,493 banners, 36 wins, 1 loss, 1 hold. Not bad. Now, slight announcement. I'm on the Patreon leaderboard now. I've given up streaming competitively. So, I'm still going to stream other games and all that. But as far as GAC, I've given up. It doesn't bring joy. My stats for this week, and this will explain why it didn't bring joy. 0-3. 7,692 banners, 36 wins, 11 losses, 8 holds. Let's take a look at the final leaderboard. Patreon leaderboard. Dr. Jojo 6-0. BCM also 6-0. Now, Dr. Jojo is a few divisions higher than BCM, so he's going to have banner advantage. But Dr. Jojo slips up once and BCM doesn't. He will claim the crown. Both of them, as I said, at 6-0. Now, Dark Helmet, Hot Sauce, Schnarman, 4 strong, and D all at 4-2, while some guy named Paul Anthony holds up 2-4. Do you guys want to be included next month, because these Patreon seasons are only 1 month? You want to be included here on the boards and go up against me and have bragging rights over me? You're more than welcome to. Patreon.com/theescapepod. No cast. Sign up at the Kyber Combatant level or higher, and we will get you in on these boards. We'd love to have you. So check it out today. That does it for me. Be nice to each other, damn it.
We want you. Join the GAC Chain Gang today. This is the commander of the 506 Procrastination Battalion and the leader of the GAC Chain Gang. I am sending out a call to action for any SWGOH content creators on Twitch who would be willing to broadcast their GAC attack rounds alongside some of our best, including Mr. Jigabachi, Dr. Zeppers, Rico 1982, and the Bounty Honeys. What is the Chain Gang, you ask? We are an amazing group of content creators who are dedicated on streaming the Grand Arena Championship attack rounds on Twitch. The idea is to provide continuous content back to back from one streamer to the next and allow the viewers to enjoy more SWGOH content, as well as enjoy the variety of streamers that are currently present in the group. If you are interested in joining the Chain Gang, please reach out to myself on Discord at AndyBeads, #7465, or you can send us a message on our Twitter page at ChainGAC. Join us today. We have your back.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Diggy Darkside from the Howling Ewoks. Are you tired of being cooped up at home? Have you considering moving to the moons of Endor? We have many great huts available. We are a 360 million GP guild, 32 stars in Darkside Territory Battle, 26 stars in Lightside with 35 cam shards. Yes, come get your cam shards. We have plenty of huts available. Remember, when you live in the trees, you always have the high ground. We have stormtroopers on the spit nightly. So if you're 6.5 million GP or above, have 2 GLs or more, and are ready to get your cam shards. Contact me, Dickie Darkside, number 4469 on Discord. The Howling Ewoks, where the dark side is awesome, but evil sucks.
The Escape Pod Cast.
And welcome back, ladies and gents. It's segment 2 of the show, and Paul is going to have a bit of a rant. So
well, I am going to have a bit of a rant because it's about time that we have platform equality, Neil. If you play on a Google device and you are a Kraken, you will end up getting these things called play points. Not to be confused with play pants. Totally different thing. And these play points can be used for energy refreshes. So essentially, if you are a player who purchases points or purchases crystals or other accoutrement in this game, then you have a benefit if you own a Google-based operating system device. Now, there's some people out there who I'm sure are saying, oh, but you play on BlueStacks. Why don't you just put your credit card information in Google Play and do it? That's not the point. The point is I'm sticking up for the average player that doesn't use. They don't use BlueStacks, the average person. And Mary J saying, for your information, CG has no control over play points and what Apple and Android does. They do have control over what's offered in their game. They could refuse to accept these play points. They could not have given a bundle to these play points. It's absolutely unfair across the board. It's not even footing across the board. And now I remember, correct me if I'm wrong, you got a 7-star K2SO if you bought an Android phone at one point. I think Wedge and or Biggs were both platform specific at one point. T3M4 came to the game on Android devices before he came to iOS devices.
Yeah, no, they the same thing. You got the same thing in what was it? Marvel Strike Force, with the launch of Marvel Strike Force. If you had a Facebook account and you linked your Facebook account to your Marvel Strike Force account, you got Daredevil for free. You got a Daredevil activated for free. If you didn't have a Facebook account, you know, if you just didn't, you know, if you didn't want to be part of Facebook, then you didn't, and you had to farm for Daredevil. So different games will do different promotions for different things.
It just doesn't seem fair in a game as large as this. And Taliana, who does all the stats for us, for the community, but she does, you know, she reaches out to us when she comes up with them. This is a large game. I would like to see Apple do some sort of play points style thing. But the fact remains is that Apple and Google Play do not have the same. It's like using performance enhancing drugs. If you're an athlete, you're getting all these extra energy refreshes that don't count towards, you know, your 3 per day. You know, I'm over on an Android device and I'm pushing refresh 3 times, 50 crystals each time. For right now, my farms are Bo-Katan, Tech, and Hunter. So I would love a boost to not have to, in order to farm them all at one time. I would love a little small extra 120 energy so I don't have to purchase a 100 pack. I don't think that it, and this is how people had so much damn energy to farm Kenobi to Ultimate and Relic 8 right off the bat, Neil. I bet you would find more Android users per capita with a finished Kenobi over iOS. Changed my mind.
Well, we don't know that. Somebody who was free to play might have done it. Somebody who's free to play may have, hoarded that energy. I mean, I'm hoarding energy right now, and it's all from the crystals that I earn in Squad and Fleet Arena. I'm spending 150 crystals a day to refresh my energy, and then I'm not spending that. Well, I mean, yes, I am spending the 36 energy required in order to complete my dailies, but that's it. And that is more than covered during the free energy refreshes that you get 3 times a day. So I'm not really touching the 360 that I get from my 50 crystal refreshes, and I'm not going as far as the 100. I'm just doing the 350s in the hope that by the time my R2 is at R7, I'll have enough energy hoarded to at least unlock him. But for people taking him to R8, completely maxing everything out. I mean, somebody who's free to play would have had to have been hoarding for quite some time, and they would need to be in a guild or doing the necessary events to be getting the Relic 8 material. Because I know for a fact I'm not. I mean, I'm not getting Relic 8 material. I do not have Relic 8 material. At least I don't think so. Anyway. I could check, but I don't think I've got any Relic 8 material.
You do because you've played Conquest.
Yes, but you need to hit a certain box on Conquest, don't you?
You do. Cascade, thank you for resubscribing, extending her subscription, and subscribing for 13 months. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so I mean, I might have some Relic 8 material. I just don't know if I can take maybe because when I hit what is necessary to take R2 to Relic 7, I can check one of my Relic 7 characters and see if what's neat, because it's Relic set to get Relic 8. It's everything you need for Relic 7 plus something extra as well, isn't it?
Plus some of the original Gear 13 material.
Mm-hmm.
Like the I think it's the metapacks, the guns, and the I forget what the other one was. But it's those, and then you need some of the crank or relic material that you also get from Conquest.
Yeah. Well, I'll just before I take R2D2 from Relic 6 to Relic 7, I'll have a look at my JKL, because I've got JKL at 7. So I can have a look at him and see how far off I would be from taking a character to, say, Relic 8.
Okay, let's also really quick mention that we also saw in the screenshots Relic 9.
Yeah, we saw that. Oh, we saw that. And then Crumb responded, which was great, because we know that the screenshots weren't fake.
Right.
Because Crumb responded with, oh yeah, yes, that's just from the test servers. It must have slipped in there, but don't worry, it's not coming for a fair few months.
Yeah, so, okay, a few months. A few is as little as 3. If it was around 2 months, he would have said a couple months.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, it does. Knowing that, I mean, we knew that Relic 9 was coming. We know that it will eventually make its way all the way up to Relic 14. We just don't know how they're going to be introducing them. Because the question posed now would be, how are they going to introduce Relic 9 salvage into the game? Are they going to add it to the Crankle raid? Are they just going to add it to? Are they going to add it to the Conquest? And then, you know, will the next GL require any Relic 9 characters? I don't think that Lord Vader is going to require any Relic 9s. I think that, you know, Lord Vader's probably only going to require a similar level of relics as JMK. But you just don't know with CG because, you know, everything is subject to change.
Yeah. I got my GLs, Nabokov fan. I got my GLs through grit and months of farming. Free to play or buying some stuff isn't relevant. The event is designed to pace out how much you can do. The game lets you stack energy. I know players who have all energy always at 10 to 20k at all times. It's crazy. I play the game to play the game, so I don't hoard in that way at all. I'll save gems to get energy to get tickets, and that's it. The Google thing is purely for streamers and whales to get energy as an added benefit for their purchases. Agreed there, Nabokov. That was Nabokov fan, one of our good friends. You know, I'm just looking. I'm being told by Big Country Mags you have to get the gold box to get Relic 8 mats in Conquest. Thank you for looking that up, BCM.
Yeah, so I'm not going to have any Relic 8 materials yet, but I am hopeful that once I have JML, it is going to be easier for me to do that because, you know, every time, I mean, like with the current Conquest, I can't get past. I'm stuck on all 4 accounts. I'm stuck on Ray. I can't get past Ray. It doesn't matter how good. One of my accounts has got really good data disks. My main account, I've got some pretty damn good data disks.
I got 1 purple.
I've got an entire 12 from 12. They are all blue, with the exception of 1 double green, which is the offense mod. Sorry, the offense data disk. All of the others are blue, and they give me really great stats. But against Ray, it's irrelevant. I will smash her down to the red, and then the buff immunity kicks in, and it doesn't matter what my data disks do. My data disks are irrelevant. She's got 6 armor shreds on her. She's got dots on her. She's got burning on her. And it doesn't mean squat because the buff immunity just cancels out all of the data disks that my characters have got. So I'm shooting but nothing. I'm never going to get past her. So hopefully with JML will allow me to beat these GLs that get put in Conquest as bosses. So yeah, that, you know, fingers crossed. And then maybe I'll be able to get to the red box. Sorry, did you say the red box or the gold box?
Gold box.
Gold box. Then I'll be able to get to the gold box, and I will be able to start collecting some Relic 8 materials. Because I must admit, I would very much like to R8 my Grievous, because in all of my fleet arenas, there's at least a half a dozen Galactic Republic fleets with R8 GKs. And my vulture droid just gets blown out of the water straight away. And if I don't get that perfect RNG on Anakin when I bring my spy in, I already know I'm going to lose. So yeah, it's a pain in the butt. Grievous is more than likely going to be my first R8 though, just so that I can guarantee my crystal income in Fleet Arena. But I need to get to that box first, and I can't get to it without JML.
So, I mean, you were there with us. Crumb stopped by the Jedi Academy on Saturday. Was there anything that Crumb said that still sticks with you a week later?
Oh, regarding the game there, not really. He was very nondescript with a lot of his answers, with one exception. Mace Windu ain't getting a rework.
Yeah, Mace Windu is not getting a rework.
I think that was the only thing that I took away from, you know, all of the questions about the game. Mace Windu ain't getting a rework. Which does make me think that they might, which does kind of make me think that at some point in the future, they're going to give us another Mace Windu. The fact that they said definitively no rework of Mace Windu does make me think, and it does lead me to believe at some point in the future we'll get another Mace Windu.
Do you think that it's? Do you think we'll get a General Windu, like we have a General Kenobi?
No, I think we'll get a Jedi Master Windu.
So Jedi Master has been reserved for Galactic Legends.
Mm-hmm.
You really think they're going to go to that well another time?
A Galactic Legend Mace Windu?
Yes.
No. I to be perfectly honest with you, I think we're more likely to see a new Mace Windu as a conquest. As
you
a
think
conquest
we'll get
character.
Mace Windu as a conquest character? So you think that they'll bring a Jedi Master in after they bring in what we're suspecting now, a Darth Maul in Conquest?
Yeah. I think that they'll mix it up. I think that they'll do because I think that every now and then they'll throw a ship in there. I think that I do genuinely think every now, because they've done Razor Crest and obviously Ahsoka, and we think that it's going to be Maul next. So after Maul, maybe they throw a ship in there. Every 3 months, we're going to be getting something new in Conquest. And I would just like to, just think about it in these terms. Think about what the Conquest stores in game are going to look like, say, 2 years from now. There's going to be a whole bunch of things that you can buy with your currency from those Jawa scavengers in the game. You're going to be able to buy Conquest shards or Ahsoka shards or other character shards or other ship shards. It's going to be a store that you can buy stuff from, but only when Conquest is active, which encourages people to stick with and continue playing Conquest. That is, I think, what CG's future plans are with Conquest. Every 3 months, a new character or a new ship.
No, I mean, they've already said that. I'd like to play this game now, Neil. I really like to play this game. And especially because you love the movies. Can you tell me how much screen time Mace Windu has in all of the feature films?
No, I can't.
If you had to take a guess, how much screen time does Mace Windu have?
I would say, I don't know, maybe 30 to 60 minutes out of the 3 movies.
30 to 60 minutes.
Yeah.
How about 14 minutes and 30 seconds total over 1, 2, and 3?
All right. Okay. And does the obviously that's the movies. How much does that go up if you include the Clone Wars?
I don't know about Clone Wars, but I'm just wanting to point this out. We have in episode 9, Palpatine has 6 minutes, and we have a galactic legend of him.
Yeah, but that's not on CG. That's on Lucasfilm. That's not CG's doing. That's Lucasfilm's doing.
I just am. People want reworks of characters that had less time than characters that deserve it.
Yeah, but the CG have bosses, and the bosses will dictate to them from time to time what characters they want in the game so that they can do this cross-promotional stuff. They did exactly the same thing with Rey. They did the exact same thing with Galactic Legend Rey. StarWars.com put a video out on their YouTube channel, and in that video, it talked about the High Republic. It was a 1-segment video, but it talked about Galactic Legend Rey, coming to Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, and it talked about the High Republic. And I remember, because I put a comment on it, the way that they promoted Galactic Legend Rey in this video was as if, oh, you can start up Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes and get Galactic Legend Rey. And I put in the comment, yeah, I mean, she's a good character in the game, but you cannot, as a new player, go into the game and expect to get this character. But they were promoting on StarWars.com and on their YouTube channel, Galactic Legend Rey, Lucasfilm, were promoting it as if it was a character that you could get practically straight away. So that's Lucasfilm controlled, that's Lucasfilm Media promoting Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. I mean, they were doing it wrong, they were doing it poorly, but they're still going to do it because they, you know, they hold the strings with regards to what CG must put in the game. I mean, there are things that CG will put into the game themselves, but when it comes to certain characters, it will be, you know, Lucasfilm's insistence that certain characters are put into the game so that they can do their cross-promotion stuff.
I just really wish that I could have gotten a definitive answer on my it wasn't a gotcha question. It was not a gotcha question. It was more my hard-hitting journalism question. Will we ever get literary only characters? Because that includes your Mara Jade Skywalker. That includes your Jaden and Jason.
Yeah, and that would be great. And something like that would be wonderful. But you've got to remember that during the first 2 years of the game, where CG pretty much had 100% sole control of what they were bringing in, as soon as the Rogue One stuff started, and as soon as the Episode 7 stuff started, Lucasfilm were like, oh, hang on a minute, we've got a video game here, and it's making us a boatload of money. We should probably have more input on what characters this game puts in. Because prior to those movies, CG were putting in the game what they wanted. They pretty much had sole control over what was going into the game. They put the Knights of the Old Republic characters into the game. Now, if we had no Knights of the Old Republic in the game, if we didn't have Traya and Scion and Nihilus, right?
There's still visual media, though.
Sorry?
There's still a visual media, though.
Yeah, yes, but it doesn't. CG and, you know, Lucasfilm didn't think, because it was a mobile game, Lucasfilm didn't think it was going to, probably didn't think it was making, it probably wasn't making as much money back then. So they didn't really care. It's like, hey, you just do your own thing and keep sending us the checks. But as the money really, really started to roll in and they realized, whoa, hang on a minute, this game's made how much? $1 billion? Right, okay, we want it to make even more, and we want it to be, we want it to cross directly.
It's my money, and I need it now.
Yeah, and we want more of it. You know, our shareholders demand those dividend checks once a year. So, you know, the bean counters would have been like, well, this is now where we do the, you know, this is where we kick in with the cross-pollination.
Thank you, eGrace Gamer, for the subscription. Neil, I'd love to continue on this topic, but you have invited, I think, our first quote unquote controversial guest. So I really, really want to get to this guest. Coming up in this break, a brand new story time with Uncle Thad, and then after the break, we'll be sitting down with
AP Gaines.
AP Gaines. I'm trying to remember. He's big in Arnold's community.
He's big on. He's more well known in the YouTube community.
Right. He's big on the YouTube community, and Arnold calls him out every so often. I forget what Arnold's people are called. The Empire. He's big in the Empire. So
the gaming division. It's the gaming division of
the gaming division. That's what it is.
Division.
Thank you. We'll be right back after these messages right here on the Escape Podcast.
The Escape Pod Cast with Paul Anthony and Neil Andrew Ware.
Hello, Escape Padawans. It is the Llama here to remind you that the Escape Pod Castaways are on social media. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, you can catch us on YouTube and on Twitch every week streaming Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, LEGO Legacy Heroes Unboxed, your favorite new Galaxy of Heroes show GA Center, and so much more. Come catch us on the web.
Heinzie from the ANZGC is officially a member of the Escape Pod Castaways. Make sure you go and search for Heinzie on YouTube today because he live streams a lot of his GAC content, and not only does he do that, he also does some pretty fun videos from time to time, including a behind the screen and also streaming Jedi Fallen Order. And from time to time, this idiot might drop by. Head on over and check out Heinzie today on YouTube, a part of the Escape Pod Castaways Network.
The Escape Pod Cast for Kids. It's really cool.
Hello there, Padawans, and welcome back to Storytime with Uncle Thad and the Escape Podcast for Kids. Today, we're going to talk about none other than Galactic Legends Jedi Master Kenobi and where his kit comes from and how it actually fits into canon. Obi-Wan Kenobi is one of the most recognizable faces in all of Star Wars. His story is so crucial to the canon and interlocks so tightly with so many other characters that it is a wonder people don't call him the Chosen One. A fair-skinned human male, Obi-Wan was born on the planet Stewjon, a name given by the creator, George Lucas, when asked by comedian and talk show host Jon Stewart when pressed about Kenobi's birthplace. Like Anakin, Obi-Wan was brought to the Jedi Temple on Coruscant much later than most younglings. Unlike Anakin, Obi-Wan arrived at the age of 3 and had no recollection of Stewjon. Obi-Wan Kenobi would go on to be one of the most influential Jedi to ever train at the Jedi Temple. As a youngling, training on the Jedi grounds, Obi-Wan was most known as a troublemaker and somewhat rebellious. It wasn't until he was paired with an equally rebellious master, Qui-Gon Jinn, did he start to become the Obi-Wan we know today. Even though he forsook most of his rebellious ways, there were some tenets of the Jedi Creed that the young master overlooked. One of the key examples of this was his relationship with Duchess Satine of Mandalore. While little is known of the relationship, Master Kenobi once admitted to the Duchess that, had she asked, he would have given up his life as a Jedi and forsaken the Jedi Order. It was in part this relationship with Duchess Satine that caused Obi-Wan Kenobi to overlook Anakin's relationship with Padme. Obi-Wan Kenobi was regarded as one of the most capable duelists of all time. He faced off against the likes of Darth Maul, Savage Opress, Count Dooku, and Asajj Ventress. He fought against Death Watch, Night Sisters, bounty hunters, pirates, scoundrels, and just about every other piece of scum and villainy in the galaxy. While Obi-Wan studied various forms of lightsaber combat throughout his life, he only mastered one, Form 3, which is also known as Sorisu, or the Way of the Minok. Unlike Qui-Gon and Anakin, who both favored offensive lightsaber forms, Kenobi's use of Sorisu allowed him to focus more on defense, effectively outlasting his opponent. To properly employ the form, Kenobi had to focus entirely on the battle itself, committing himself to examine every move the enemy made. By doing this, it allowed him to block out distractions, emotions, and focus entirely on the moment. Jedi Kenobi's biggest fight was on the planet Mustafar, where he battled his former Padawan, brother, and fallen Jedi, Anakin Skywalker. It is there that galactic legend Jedi Master Kenobi joins us in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. The ability It Is Over is Obi-Wan Kenobi's ultimate ability, and it is taken directly from the moment of the battle between him and Lord Vader. Obi-Wan stands on the bank of the lava flow, pleading for Anakin to see the light. Even after an epic duel across the face of Mustafar, Obi-Wan can still see the light within Anakin, dim though it may be. Ardent blade work. As mentioned earlier, Jedi Master Kenobi was a master of Form 3 lightsaber combat style. What makes this notable is that this is a form entirely focused on defense, a characteristic highly cherished by the Jedi Order, as a Jedi is only supposed to attack to defend others. During the fight on Mustafar, Kenobi embodied what it is to be a Jedi. I will do what I must. These are the final words Kenobi utters to his former Padawan before they duel, at the end of which Kenobi leaves Lord Vader limbless, friendless, and burning on the banks of the lava flow. I'm not sure if there's any more vulnerable position a person can be in, unless that person was also naked. Hello there.
General Kenobi.
Harmonious will. If anyone could be considered one with the Force, it was Obi-Wan Kenobi. Harmonious will makes reference to his connection to the greater Force, and his ability to go where he is needed. Being called whenever and wherever a Galactic Republic ally needs him seems fitting. May the Force be with you. Now this ability is actually a little bit deceiving. The ability itself calls on the Force to heal other players in your squad. This is an ability that we saw in Episode 9 where Rey healed a giant snake. Essentially, this is Capital Games secretly telling Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes players that Rey never was Palpatine's granddaughter, but secretly Sabine Wren and Ezra Bridger's daughter. And as we all know, Sabine Wren was just the illegitimate love child of Duchess Satine and Obi-Wan Kenobi, raised by the Wren clan in order to protect her from her most dangerous enemy, that being Maul. The Galactic Legend ability is simply added to let people know that Jedi Master Obi-Wan Kenobi is and will always be one of the most recognizable faces in all of Star Wars. That's it for me this week. Tune in next week for more story time with Uncle Thad on the Escape Podcast for Kids.
HotBot in HotUtils is one of the most comprehensive tools for Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes.
With integration into the super useful mod tool Grand Ivory, HotUtils can help you tackle some of the most difficult aspects of the game.
Not sure how to mod your roster for a certain game mode?
Use one of the many filters that automatically assigns the right mods to the right character in accordance with your guild needs.
Now with additional features that can assist you and your guild officers in territory battles and territory wars, HotUtils is an amazing value.
And don't forget the useful tools for yourself in Grand Arena, like the in-depth and customizable compare feature.
Got multiple accounts like Neil, but not the time to remod them all?
With this one-stop utility, you can switch between your alts and never miss a mod upgrade or a mod switch before locking into GAC or Territory Wars.
Starting at just $5 a month, you don't want to miss out on these great tools.
HotUtils is the new official remodding service for the Escape Pod Cast.
Visit HotUtils.com to learn more. That's HotUtils.com. And go ahead and spice up your Galaxy of Heroes experience.
Are you a member of Team Paul or Team Neil? Maybe you prefer story time with the llama, or dabble in the buttery side of the Force with Biscuit Weasel. Or maybe you like the Escape Pod talents from Down Under like Heinzie and Scotty. No matter who you support, you can get one of my designs from the Escape Podcast merch store. Just go to escapepodcastaways.com, click on the merch link, and it will take you to the TeePublic site where you can support me, Mrs. Anthony, also known as Critty K. Also be sure to check out the Mrs. Anthony Shirts channel on the Escape Podcast's Discord server weekly to vote for my latest shirts in the Design Derby on Woot. Links for both of these are down below. Thank you for supporting the Escape Pod cast.
Receiving incoming transmission. Receiving incoming transmission. Receiving incoming transmission.
Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. This week's incoming transmission is a YouTuber. Paul, why don't you introduce our guest for this week?
Well, you brought this. You came to me and you said, I got him. And I'm going, who'd you get? And when he told me the name, I went, isn't this the guy that talks crap about other content creators, but he also happens to have the youngest demographic of SWGOH players in our community? He actually is a nice guy, but he sure knows how to talk a bunch of stuff. And he's also very humorous. So our first quote unquote controversial guest we've ever had on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Escape Podcast, AP Gaines. What's going on, AP?
How you doing, my friends? Life as a controversial political figure often weighs on me, but, there's not been any assassination attempts recently, so I think life's good.
The attempt on my life has left me scarred.
No, dude, I'm still beautiful. I don't know what you're talking about. Palpatine got the raw end of the deal there.
Okay, Paul, I know you want to ask it. Ask AP the standardized 2 questions you ask every guest that comes on the show.
All right. AP, how long have you been playing Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes?
That's a great question. I've been making videos for a little over a year. I've been playing aimlessly for 3 years. Didn't watch anything, no Twitch, no YouTube. Mace Windu was my favorite character. I had him super high. Got a console ARG action going on. Kind of a collector's account, but I had absolutely no idea what was going on. I was just pressing buttons. But so about 3 years probably.
And where are you sitting at currently GP wise? That this is still part of question 1.
Okay. I think I am 3.2, 3.3 on the account that, exists for a purpose and isn't aimless wandering through the endless abyss of farming.
Okay. So I'm going to hold a number down here. I'm on my guess of whether you're free to play or you spent money on this game. One being a spender and 2 being free to play. On the count of 3, tell me, which one are you? 1, 2, 3.
I have no idea. I don't know. Okay, I don't spend regularly. I have spent money. That is the caveat I will.
You have spent money. Okay.
Money.
So I was wrong.
I'm not
you are aquatic of some nature.
Yes. So I had the account that shall not be named, right? And it was terrible. Did some research, I progressed. I improved my knowledge of the game, and I wanted to make videos. So on my birthday in 2020, I bought the Hyperdrive bundle, a huge sin that I regret very much, but it got me straight into GAC so I could do Hyperdrive bundle stuff and make videos on GAC. So I spent $100. Can you believe it? That was a big deal for me. I spent 2 other times. The second time I spent $60 on crystals to get Malik, literally probably 18 hours before I could have got him free to play while I was doing a YouTube video or while I was on stream. I had to borrow money from my father to pay for these crystals because I was completely broke. But I didn't want to do the video the next day. I was like, I'll get them now. I refreshed a bunch. I paid the exorbitant stun gun price or whatever it was, whatever gear piece it was, and I got
13,000 or 1,300 crystals.
Yeah, and so I finally got my Zal bar up to the minimum GP requirement so that I could complete the Malik event. And then the other day, I bought 60 watt shards because people gave me money for the express purpose of buying some watt shards, and I want Glock.
So you're not. If you had somebody donate, you kind of pulled the Darth microtransaction route of it. You give me money to buy it, I'll buy it for you because that's what the people want.
Yeah, someone explained in my chat, I think yesterday, they're like, AP Games isn't free to play or pay to play. He's donation to play. And I'm like, fair enough, I guess,
Oh, Neil.
if you guys want to spend money on me and I'm spending that money on something for you, I mean, I'm not gaining or losing anything except for you guys are enjoying it better. So I was like, all right, whatever.
Neil, is that a new
Category.
species donation to play?
That would be a new category. Yeah, definitely.
I kind of like that new category.
It's neither free to play because money is being spent on the account, but it's not your money, so it's not technically whaling. So it is. It's kind of like it's in the middle. You're like a grey Jedi. You're neither dark nor light. You're somewhere in between.
I'm like a private army. I'm still killing people, but your taxes aren't paying for it.
Yes. Yes, that would be a good way to put it. Actually, that's definitely a way to put it. I'm not going to argue with that, but yeah, you're neither free to play nor pay to win, but money has been spent on the account as a direct result of donations from your viewership. Is just out of interest, is that done like during live streams, or is that like produced content that you've made and you've thrown it in at the end? It's like, oh, you know, if you want to see this character, you know, I'll do it if you've made the donations, or is it all done live?
It's all live. I'll be like doing something and then someone will inevitably ask me, when are you going to unlock X, Y, or Z? And I'm saying, well, I'll be honest, to farm up the gear and shards, it'll probably take me 1 to 2 months. And they'll be like, boom, donation. Buy the whatever. Buy the
do it now.
And then I look at my bank account, I'm like, all right, do I have enough money right now to pay for this? If I do, I'll buy it on the stream. If not, I'll like wait for the next like YouTube check payout so that I can afford it, and then I'll spend the money that they gave.
Mm-hmm. So it's just a case of waiting for the. Sometimes you just got to wait for the funds to roll, but you still do.
I mean, I've never asked anyone like, hey, if you want me to get Far Rush or get this GL or that, you can pay for it.
Like some other streamers have.
I wouldn't know about that, but yeah, people just give me money and they say, okay, get this. And I'm like, well, I could save it for myself, but they spent the money for a purpose. I might as well give it to them for that purpose.
And you literally, so you just wait for the YouTube check to come in and then you go live and it's like, right, those donations that came in for this character to be upgraded have hit the bank. So let's buy the crystals and do it.
I don't do most of it live unless I'm like doing an event unlock and I just like, I'll just make up an example. Like I'm doing, I don't know, any event. And then like I have a gear or whatever, but I need the next gear, or I have a relic 4, I need a relic 5 to beat the event without crazy RNG. I'll be like, all right, since you guys gave me, I'll buy some crystals on my phone, refresh the game on BlueStacks, it'll update. But usually I do it off camera because I have to like pay for it.
Mrs. Anthony wants me to make sure that I do call you publicly an amphibian. So apparently donation to play is now considered amphibious, not aquatic, not free to play, you know, landwalker. You are an amphibious creature. You are the tentacles.
You're a frog. Let your chat get stuck into that. Let the Pepe memes flow.
I am the bullfrog. You know, my average viewer age is 7, so it's not actually, but it feels like it sometimes. So
it feels like it sometimes. I've been on your live streams, and your chat just it's just meme city. You just get memed on like all the what is it? You have to slow down your chat just to stop the dozens and dozens of people spamming your chat with like water, milk.
Oh, that was the first time that's ever happened. I went back and I asked someone like why, and they're like, someone just said spam milk, and then like 90 people are spamming milk. I'm like, God, what is going on? It's like
there's
9
just
o'clock.
Nothing else in chat except for people spamming the word milk, and then it's like, okay, fine, so we won't do milk, we'll do water, and then everybody just started spamming your chat with the word milk. Water.
The worst thing is if I wasn't making the videos, if I was watching, I would 100% be participating in said childish activities. So I can't really blame them. I'm not exactly an emotionally mature individual. I'm definitely a child at heart. So I don't blame them.
So the obviously you're on our podcast. This is the podcast, our weekly podcast that we do. But you actually did your first live podcast, which which is going to be like your series with that Star Wars guy, and it's just Ian. You did your first one yesterday. Tell us about your new podcast.
Okay, so who would you guys deem in YouTube or Twitch? Just pick out of a hat a serious, well thought out, well constructed content creator who does SWGOH stuff. Just a random example, throw one out there.
Skeletrix.
Okay, Skeletrix. So imagine his is like, what a good podcast should be, and then imagine someone like punched him in the face, kidnapped his children, and made him do stupid stuff to get them back. That's kind of what happened. It just went down. I tried to be serious, but the three of us together, we can never keep it together, and we ended up talking about Ian's love life for like 45 minutes. So
yes, I do. I remember that. Yeah, you started talking about how he has to travel to see his girlfriend.
Yeah.
So it started off as a serious discussion about Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, and then just turned into a chill stream, basically, didn't it?
Pretty much. It went from like dev insights to hot tub stream really quickly.
Yes. But what are you hoping to kind of get out of it?
Well, I like planned it out. I sent them all, like I had like a big sheet of like topics. I asked people what they wanted us to talk about. We talked about, strategies for Squad Arena Climb now that the new Kenobi's in the game. We talked about this, that, and the other. We talked about some behind the scenes stuff, like what goes on behind streaming and making YouTube videos. And then I realized that none of the three of us really, that's not really what we wanted to do, especially because it was late at night. So we ended up just, being bros, SWGOH bros or whatever. I should coin that. I should put on a shirt, SWGOH. We just became
Swig bros.
Yeah, SWG bros. And, we talked about Galaxy of Heroes, but mostly we were just hanging out. And it was an excuse to hang out with some friends with, an audience to spam milk. And, that's all I kind of wanted out of it.
Yeah, SWGOH, because you called the podcast SWGOH University.
Mm-hmm.
So if someone, SWGOH University, that sounds like it's going to be, interesting and intriguing and full of analysis. And if you didn't see the beginning, if you came into it halfway through, you'd be like, they're talking about their girlfriends. Yeah. So maybe you should retitle it to SWGOH Bros.
No, that's the perfect encapsulation of the AP Games YouTube channel. Is I bait you in with 30 seconds of serious conversation, and then you realize that this is not what you wanted. But will you click off? I don't know. It depends on your temperament, but I feel like that was the perfect AP Games bait and switch. Not quite clickbait.
Yeah, I know. It's like the reverse of clickbait. It's like I really want to sit, and then it's like, yeah. It's clickbait, but not the type of clickbait that it's not like, I'm quitting the game. But you're not really quitting the game. It's SWGOH University. Well, not really, because we're just going to chill and talk about our girlfriends and hot tubs.
Yeah, pretty much.
SWGOH fraternity.
Yes, SWGOH fraternity. So you are, yeah. That would be perfect. Yeah. So when I was expecting SWGOH University, it's like, yeah, with a fraternity within SWGOH University. SWGOH Bros, because that Star Wars guy was like heavily laden with that gold chain around his neck. It was like, what the?
Lennox wants to give you a freebie. By the way, Gaines. He says, give him the following shameless self-promotion: Go Bros, GOH Bros, Go Bros.
GOH bro, go bros. I like that. If I put
that one's
free. Okay, so I've actually been in some serious legal trouble when I was in high school about copyright infringement and stuff like that. So thank you. I have that in writing, I imagine. So
it is in writing in our chat.
Getting your money, baby.
No, and Zaz says Galaxy of Beer Bros. No, there's already the Galaxy of Beeros podcast.
Those guys are great. I'm new to Twitch for SWGOH. Like, I don't watch Twitch, but like the month before school ended, I got so heavily into it because I was just studying all the time. I was like, I don't want to study. I'll just watch whatever. Because there's not a lot of live content on YouTube or, content in general. So I went out there and, I've been going around meeting people. Those guys are great.
Well, we're absolutely excited that you're here. Let's talk about that Reddit though.
The Reddit.
You have a Reddit that you link in your videos that is nothing but memes.
Oh yeah, well that's okay. The Reddit exists only because I thought that would be a funny way to stockpile memes. Because when Arnold finishes buying a house, which he's currently in the process of doing, we're gonna do a meme review.
Right.
And I just needed a place to stockpile the memes for that, so we wouldn't have to like Discord DM him like 50 pictures, and it could be more, like reactionary instead of just me pre-planning.
But it's turned into much more.
Has it? I haven't been on there in a while. I go on like every couple days and just click the new tab. Is it become a scum of hiding?
It's becoming the central location for SWGOH memes or Arnold memes or content creation, roasting memes. I will not be surprised if this conversation ends up on there as a meme.
All right, I'm opening up the PC. We're going to do some deep investigation while we continue the show, because I was unaware of its glory. I thought it was just like a storage facility.
When did you start it?
Almost maybe a couple weeks ago. I had never used Reddit before. I had never used Reddit before. I had to make a Reddit account. Oh, look, anyone who was the University episode 1 stream will get it. Chat spamming milk. It's a cat standing on another cat. And the cat that's getting crushed is me. That's nice. Okay. Yes, you're right. I guess it is a hive of scum and villainy.
Yeah, like there's a picture of Lightning McQueen saying, all the SWGOH YouTubers, I am Speed, whenever there's a new SWGOH update.
That's true, man. You got to farm a couple hundred views before Arnold posts his update video. That's how the sausage is made. A little secret for any of you guys trying to make it big out there.
But I mean, there's so many, especially about yours. It's quickly becoming the place. It is the hive of scum and villainy of SWGOH memes, and it made me laugh. You guys do great. But your videos, you also have fun at the expense of fellow content creators.
Because they all suck, and I'm the best.
Well, it's a good thing, Neil, that we're the kingmakers and not the kings, right?
Yes, exactly. You punch you punch up, not down. So
I punch in every direction.
Yeah, equal opportunity puncher.
Exactly. Men, women, children. They call me the Anakin of insults.
Not just the YouTubers, but the Twitchers and the Facebookers too.
Facebook gamingers too.
Thank you, Geek Girl, for the subscription. We appreciate you. So, let's talk about what you have coming up. What is next in the world of the AP Gains YouTube channel?
See, that is a fantastic question, because I usually plan about one day in advance, but for the first time ever, I actually have a series going on. It's, in terms of views, it's not getting, I could plan out a pretty compelling video that would get a lot of views and people would love it, but it's not as helpful as what I'm trying to do now. I have a series going on, like how to fix your roster, where I've just started it, so it's very fresh at the moment, but I explain, like, because so many people leave for a couple years, come back, they don't know what the meta is, they don't know what's going on, or maybe they played for about a year before they started doing research. And I'm just trying to put together a playlist of, like, well, if you're at this point and you want to progress towards this point, what are the steps you need to take to get there? So I'm compiling about an episode every day. Obviously, I missed a day yesterday because I was busy being an idiot and live streaming. I don't know if I live streamed yesterday, but I'm starting to put together that playlist as a resource. So it's more of a passion project as opposed to a business decision, but I enjoy it.
Passion projects are what it truly is about, because if your passion catches fire and other people can get into that passion, you're now doing a hobby that can support you.
I wouldn't say it support it. The only thing it does at the moment is pay for this delicious 40-cent ramen, everyone. We're eating like kings. You might be the king makers, but I'm eating like the king, if you know what I mean. And eating at the King because they have some great $4 deals. Shout out to Burger King. Please sponsor me.
I was going to say food king.
Burger King, yes.
Or what's out there? What grocery stores are out there? I totally have blanked.
Safeways and Targets and stuff like that. That's what I got.
Isn't there one that starts with a D? Red logo. It's been a while since I've been in California.
It's very regional here. Like there's like Kroger's, but that might be a small chain that I have.
Kroger is actually the largest, and I just had a trivia question about this. I host trivia on Wednesday nights. Just had a question about this just this past week. The largest US-based grocery store chain is Kroger.
It's not. It's a similar name, but it starts with a D. It's not Kroger's.
But it's owned by Kroger. Yeah,
I would imagine so. It's got a similar enough name, but yeah, I guess I don't know. I'm not a grocery store genius like you apparently.
But you did something with Neil though.
Yeah, we did a video. He was a guest on my stream because shout out to the Republic Microwave not crashing. I opened Discord and I was so scared, but it worked. Yeah, we've been having a good time. You want to hear the title of the video? It's fantastic. Let me pull it up.
Do you want to know your title, Neil?
Yeah, I want to know my title.
This is just a temporary title, so I remember because I put a thumbnail on it. It's like kind of a generic thumbnail. Because like if I save stuff as unlisted, I like put generally what it's about so that I can remember, add a real title, real thumbnail, and then pick when I upload it. It's currently saved as "So much stuff happened in this video. I don't know what to title it. ... And it's 36 minutes long, and I'll have to go back in and see if I can derive some sort of title from that. But currently, as it stands, so much stuff happened in this video. I don't know what to title it, and I think that's a pretty accurate description because I think we ended up talking about cricket for like 30 minutes.
Yeah, we did. We ended up talking about cricket for like 10
Are you
minutes.
a fellow cricket fan?
No, I had no idea. He calls it like a cricket or something like that. I was just like, yeah, it was just him teaching me the rules and the regulations of cricket. It was pretty funny.
Talking about the various different different types of gameplay, like 2020 and One Day International and tests. It was a tangent that we went off because we were talking about. I think I mentioned Heinze, and it's like, yeah, looking forward to the Ashes, and you were like, what's the Ashes? And then I explained cricket.
And then he explained cricket.
But before then, we were talking about the new user interface.
Oh yeah, the new UI stuff.
Yeah.
So from new UI to cricket.
That's pretty much basically. If you see an AP Games video that's more than 8 minutes long, that's what happens.
We should have we should bring him on for a tangent alert sometime.
Yeah, we should bring him on for a tangent alert sometime, definitely.
Yeah, I help my little sister with her physics homework, and I'm getting some good tangents in there.
Well, I will absolutely co-sign for people to check you out. Can you tell people where to do so?
Well, this is a sign that we have to stop everything and retire from the community. I don't even tell people.
I'll make sure I log that for you.
All right, I'm done. I can't compete with that. I almost had one. I tip of my tongue. No. I was gonna say like this is getting exponentially worse or something stupid like that, but I don't even remember what question you asked me at this point. My brain cells, all three of them, are not working properly right now. What was the question?
I'll come up with some imaginary number. Don't worry. What is how do people find you, AP Games?
AP Games on YouTube is literally the only place to find me. I technically have a Twitch. I've streamed twice. I might stream again within the month, but AP Games on YouTube, all caps, is the best place to find me.
All right, and they can also find a link down in the description below, or Helenix has posted your link in our chat as well for the live stream. AP, it has been an absolute pleasure. Neil, do you have any final questions?
No, I look forward to the comments of the video. Lots of who this or who that or who this guy.
That was pretty funny. You saw that? Yeah, that was
yeah,
good.
yeah, I saw that. That was very funny.
It's weird because there's not a lot of cross-pollination between YouTube and Twitch. So I oftentimes find if I go into a Twitch stream, no one knows who I am, or if Twitch people come over into my channel, no one knows who they are. So I thought that was pretty funny, but yeah. Who dis, who dat?
Who dis, who dat?
It's like a Saints game over there in the comment section. That was a great joke. Do you understand it, or have you been in America long enough?
No.
Exactly.
No, he only follows one type of football, and that's what played today.
American sports metaphors, I don't get them. They fall on deaf ears. I don't get.
I'll continue. That was a good one. That was well crafted. I'm a genius.
It was AP, but we do have to get going because we've got a brand new episode of Hellion the Noob coming up. So, AP, please do not be a stranger. We'd love to see you around here more. And if there's anything we can do for you, you know how to reach us. Thank you so much. Guys, as we said, a new episode of Hellion the Noob's coming up in just a moment. We'll see you on the other side for Patreon's Choice Questions and the Bridge right here on the Escape Pod Cast.
The Escape Pod Cast with Paul Anthony and Neil Andrew Ware.
HotBot in HotUtils is one of the most comprehensive tools for Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes.
With integration into the super useful mod tool Grand Ivory, HotUtils can help you tackle some of the most difficult aspects of the game.
Not sure how to mod your roster for a certain game mode?
Use one of the many filters that automatically assigns the right mods to the right character in accordance with your guild needs.
Now with additional features that can assist you and your guild officers in territory battles and territory wars, HotUtils is an amazing value.
And don't forget the useful tools for yourself in Grand Arena, like the in-depth and customizable compare feature.
Got multiple accounts like Neil, but not the time to remod them all?
With this one-stop utility, you can switch between your alts and never miss a mod upgrade or a mod switch before locking into GAC or Territory Wars.
Starting at just $5 a month, you don't want to miss out on these great tools.
HotUtils is the new official remodding service for the Escape Pod Cast.
Visit HotUtils.com to learn more. That's HotUtils.com. And go ahead and spice up your Galaxy of Heroes experience.
Does your guild want to tap into their full potential in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes? Yeah! For as low as $1 a month per guild member, your guild can unleash the power of the game in ways you never thought possible. Ooh. Track your arena movements, guild progression, and much, much more. Contact ShittyBill and get one of his shitty bots on your server today. Just look for him on our Discord server and tag or message him for more information. The link for our server is below in the description. Shitty bots, don't let the name fool you.
Podawans, be sure to support the shows brought to you on the Escape Podcast Twitch and YouTube channel by becoming a Patreon. For as little as $2 a month, you can support us and get a little extra for yourself. With tiered rewards including access to ShittyBill's Arena Tracking Bot, after-show access, inclusion in the GA Center leaderboards, behind-the-scenes access, and much more. There is something for everyone on our Discord server. Head on over to Patreon, that is patreon.com/The Escape Pod, and sign up today. Thank you for supporting and listening to the Escape Podcast.
And now time for something completely shameless.
We start this episode in orbit above the planet Rune, in the Outer Rim territories. The planet Rune is known as a hive of scum and villainy. Spice smugglers and space pirates hide out on the planet Rune's surface in one of its many cantinas, trying to avoid attention from galactic authorities. This is the setting that we find ourselves in to begin this episode of Hellion the Noob.
You sure you want another Corellian ale?
Yeah, might as well.
All right. It's your funeral. Oh, great. Here we go.
Well, hey there, pretty lady.
Not interested, pal.
Hey, buddy. Why don't I get you a drink on the house and you just walk away?
Just mind your business, barkeep. This is an A-B conversation, so you can just see your way out of it. Now, where were we?
We were at Not Interested, pal.
Come on, sugar bun. Don't be like that.
What part of Not Interested, pal didn't he get?
Another Carillion ale?
Yeah, why not?
Dude, it's your funeral. Oh, great. Not again.
What's up, girl?
Not interested, pal.
Hey, buddy. Why don't I get you a drink on the house, and you just walk away?
Why didn't you go back to serving drinks, bartender? Killing my vibe. Now, where were we? You, me, couple of fuzzy tauntauns. It'd be great.
We were at not interested, pal.
Oh, come on, babe. Don't be like that. Okay.
What part of not interested, pal didn't he get?
Another Carillion ale? Are you sure you want to be wasted by the time he gets here?
I got a high tolerance. Keep 'em coming.
Your high tolerance keeps costing me bar patrons. Oh, great. Not again. Why did I ever agree to this?
How
you doing?
Not interested, friend.
Buddy, haven't you been paying attention? Why don't I get you a drink on the house and just walk away?
Why don't you get me whatever she's having, and then you can go away? So, where do we leave off?
We left off at not interested, friend.
Listen, honey, don't you...
What? I used friend instead of pal this time.
Ugh. This is so annoying. TC-14 relays orders to me to head to the rune sector, armed with only the instructions. You will know what to do. And after lurking up here in orbit for a month, what have I found? Nothing. So, I've decided to have a look around PlanetSide and see if I can't find something.
All right, you're up, barkeep. Remember your lines.
Right. We don't serve your kind around here. Hey, droid, you'll have to wait outside. We don't want your kind in here.
My kind? Oh no, I'm not letting that slide.
Perfect. That got his attention. All right, he's coming.
Oh, great. Here we go. I hope you know what you're doing.
What did you mean, my kind, bartender? Are you prejudiced against droids? Where's your manager?
You have business here, partner?
That voice. No. My audio receptors must be malfunctioning. Excuse me, miss. This doesn't concern you.
Are you sure this doesn't concern me, partner?
This bipedal ape creature has a voice that's quite similar to the vile, salty Spartans, but the Greek is bald, and this character has long, flowing hair. It can't be him? My audio receptors must be in serious need of repair. Listen, Linda, I said this doesn't concern you. Now, bartender, I demand an answer, and I am not leaving until
The name ain't Linda, partner.
This dank ferric is asking for it now, and that low, raspy, irritating voice, it's gotta be what's messing with my audio receptors. Listen, Linda, Felicia, Helen, whatever your name is, I said this does not concern you. Now, if you would not mind, bartender, I await your reply.
The name's Hellenics. Shameless self-promotion. Partner.
Egads, it's the vile salty Spartan. Your disguise fooled no one, my former master.
Is that so, partner?
Yes, it is. In fact, so. Your wig was crooked, and your glasses clearly are not prescription. Listen, Helen 9, it's time to end this once and for all.
Well, what are you waiting for, partner? What's the problem this time, droid?
Whatever, Spartan. I'm not even waiting for anything. I know exactly what I need to do, so there.
Well, if you know exactly what to do, what are you waiting for then, partner?
You're always so impatient, Mr. No Bueno. I know exactly what I'm doing. Stop rushing me.
I bet it would help if you had some kind of, some kind of tool that could assist you in your quest to destroy me, partner.
Of course, the ultimate nullifier. Why didn't I think of that? Okay, nullifier ready. I better get on with this. Prepare to meet your doom, you vile istophobe. Behold, I possess the ultimate nullifier. With it, I can end all of existence. Now, come with me as my prisoner, and if you just give yourself up, you can save the entire universe. But if you resist, the death of everyone, everywhere, will be on your hands.
Nope, I won't be doing that, partner.
How many times are you gonna say partner? It's becoming quite annoying. If you do not surrender and come with me as my prisoner, then I will.
You wouldn't dare. You don't have the internal wiring, partner.
Oh, you think that I wouldn't, because I totally will. I am prepared to sacrifice everything to bring you to justice. Last chance, SWGOH. You will surrender now, or we will all be destroyed.
Whatever. Someone wake me up when this daffy-ass droid grows up here and pushes the button on that sci-fi novelty trinket.
You sure he can't wipe us out with that thing?
I'm 80% positive he can't.
80%? That's not exactly confidence-inspiring.
Relax. The odds are in our favor.
Okay, fine. You asked for it. I'm pushing the button. Everyone, listen up. He asked for this. This is clearly his fault. Don't blame me. I apologize for any inconvenience, but please be advised, the universe will now be erased.
Wait,
in
no.
3,
Oh,
no.
2, don't do it.
1.
No!
Will the noob nullify the entire universe with but a push of a button? This is probably a bad idea, as most of us live in the universe. Will Cartoon Helly be able to weasel his way out of this one? Space Las Vegas odds say, no, he will not. Will our wonderful bartender be forced to clean up this mess? All these corpses cannot be good for business. Make sure not to miss the next episode of Helly and the Noob to find out the answers to these questions, and many more.
The Escape Pod. Cast. The Bridge.
And welcome back, ladies and gents. It's time for the end of the show.
You know, I
Been a
kind
good
of
one.
like the idea that Thaddeus said. Where can he find a DVD of Helly and the Noob? I would think that we should look into that for Christmas. What do you think?
Yep, absolutely. Look into it.
I really would love to see if we could get a whole DVD production of Helly and the Noob. That would be really, really fun.
I don't see why not.
So we are looking for Patreons only questions. By the way, I do want to pass along a special thanks to Big Country Mags, Cascade, Force Strong, and Sephiranus. for all lending their voices to this latest episode of Helling and the Noob. We really appreciate each and every single one of you. So,
thank you.
Our friends are amazing. I really mean that. Our friends, the listeners of the show, are amazing. All right. Minnie Zaz says has a bunch of who wins.
There's definitely these have been coming in. There's a pattern forming here week after week. Who wins?
Yeah. Who wins? Black Widow versus Miss Piggy. Black Widow.
Black Widow.
Okay. Darth Maul versus He-Man.
He-Man.
Depends on the era of Darth Maul.
Darth Maul may be, a Sith, or a soon to be unaligned Force user. But at the end of the day, He-Man has the power of the universe.
All right. Magneto versus Gandalf.
Ooh.
I think one. Gandalf in this case.
I'm gonna go Magneto.
Really?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Magneto.
I don't know of a darn thing that is metal on Gandalf.
There doesn't have to be anything metal on him. Magneto can just use all of the metal around him.
All right. James Bond versus Jason Bourne.
Oh, Bond every time.
I agree.
Bond every time.
Okay. I don't know this first one. You're going to have to help me here.
Okay.
Skippy the Bush Kangaroo versus Lassie.
Ooh,
who the hell is Skippy the Bush Kangaroo?
It's a character in a TV show.
What TV show?
Of that name.
I've never seen Skippy the Bush Kangaroo, but I've seen some jacked kangaroos before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would definitely go with Skippy.
All right, and the T-100 or RoboCop?
Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go. Yeah, I'd have to go with a T-100. I'd have to go with a T-100.
I'm sorry, I just got distracted by Thaddeus saying there's only one Bond, Roger Dalton. Wasn't he the one who was in one film, Neil?
No, he did two.
No, that was Timothy Dalton.
Timothy Dalton, the Daltonator, did License to Kill.
Yeah, that's Timothy Dalton.
Yeah,
George Lazenby. That was the one Bond.
Yeah, George Lazenby did on his Majesty's Secret Service, and that was the only one that he did.
Yeah, the one where Bond got married.
Yes.
Oh,
you're getting Roger Daltrey and Timothy Dalton mixed up.
I know.
Thaddeus.
I'm not.
Roger
I'm not.
Daltrey
Thaddeus
was the lead singer of The Who. All right. Timothy Dalton, aka the Daltonator, was the Bond, and he is, British acting royalty because he was awesome in Shaun of the Dead.
All right. Sephiranus asks in our Patreons only section, what do you think the next visual update in the game will address now that the main character and squad screens have been updated? Now, before you answer the way that I think you would answer, Neil, we're not talking about the known bug where you can't tell where they're at. I truly think the next visual update will be updated guild information. I think not just, in guild search. I'm talking about tools for current guild officers.
Yeah, I think we're edging closer to the shiploads of content.
No, it's content.
Yeah, no. They've you see, here's the thing with the new UI, especially with the squad. Obviously, they've moved everything over to the left-hand side, so that is a new interface within the game. And one of the reasons why I think that they've done that is so that they can remove the existing ship one and apply a new ship one, which will give us ship loadout. I don't think it's going to be for quite some time, but I think that's one of the reasons why they've moved everything over to the left-hand side. It'll allow them to add new things down that left-hand side that you can instantly tap on from clicking on the characters. I think it'll change from characters because you've got ships immediately underneath it. I think that at some point they'll change that visually from characters and ships to just one icon that is roster. And then you tap on that to see everything in your roster, as opposed to having two separate icons, one for ships and one for characters. That's what I think. That's what I think that they'll be doing.
So what would replace it?
Nothing. They've created the new character interface integrates ships into it so that they can remove the separate ships one, I think, and then make any changes or additions, including adding a potential ship squad loadout later on down the line.
You know what I would like to see, though, Neil?
What?
I would honestly like to see... I think the next visual update should be a Wookiee at the holotables.
Yeah, that's.
I think they should add a small child Wookiee somewhere at the holotables.
I think we're more likely to get a unique portrait, because a unique portrait will last forever. Well,
no,
as long as the game lasts.
You would only get the unique portrait if you're playing at this point in time. Everybody would be able to see the mini Wookiee, if you will.
Mm-hmm. I just think that integrating something like that in the game is going to be harder than creating a new portrait that anybody can apply to their account. Still a good idea.
Yeah. All right. So what do you have coming up this week on our channel?
More Grand Arena Championships. Hopefully.
How are you doing in that?
I'm undefeated in 5. And across all accounts, I've only lost once this month, so I'm actually doing rather well. But I'm on a flawless victory run at the moment. I've had 5 flawless victories back to back now. Six flawless victories. 6 one-shots.
You're undefeated in Division 5?
4. I'm undefeated in Division 5, and I'm undefeated on 2 of my alts.
But you're in Division 4.
Yeah, my main account is Division 4. Yeah.
So you took a loss, unfortunately.
No, I haven't. I just said I'm on a flawless victory run at the moment of 6.
Oh, so okay. I was just trying to understand. 5.
Yeah, no, I've had
rounds.
6. I've had 6 consecutive rounds of one-shots. So not just undefeated, but haven't lost any battles either. And I always seem to be up against people that have. I've been getting a lot more. It's strange. I haven't been getting any really, really easy ones, but I haven't been getting any really, really hard ones. I'm literally getting matched up against people either at my level or maybe a couple of 100k more. So they've got maybe a handful of relics more than me, or they've got maybe a dozen or so more Zetas than me. But they've been very poorly modded, so not entirely dissimilar to the kind of matchmaking that Yeti gets. Yeti gets matched up against people with really good rosters, but poor mods. And my last round, I got matched up against a guy with a Darth Revan that was sub 200 speed. So yeah, I brushed him off with a mirror match. But yeah, no.
Yeah, but
hopefully,
speaking of mirror matches, you lost 12 banners today.
Oh God, yeah, I lost 12 banners in a MILF mirror match. I was not happy with that at all. I really, really wasn't happy with that. RNG screwed me. RNG proper screwed me.
But you're still flawless.
Oh yeah, still flawless. I mean, I only scored. I scored. I think I scored 50. No, 54. I scored 54 banners in a MILF mirror match, so it should have just been a 66. It would have been a 60 if I'd called in Bistan. I would, sorry, Bistan. If I'd called him Cassian, I probably would have won it. But then that would have been 65, and I was going for the 66. So instead of calling in a reinforcement, I just elfed somebody up, and RNG punished me for it. So, but yeah, no. Hopefully, hopefully I will have a bartender by round 3. Really, really hoping to have a bartender by round 3, because I did get a complaint from one of the patrons. Ando wanted a drink. I mean, nobody said Ando take a drink, but Ando complained that he could not get a blue milk from the bar. So I need to hire a bar. I need to hire a bartender, unfortunately. So I'll have a bartender for Ando by round 3.
I really look forward to seeing you do more stuff with the green screen. Neil, do you want to kill the shot real quick, the Millennial Fulcrum, because I'm excited about this for our Twitch audience. Once I see that you've killed the screen real quick, I'm just gonna give a.
Hang on a minute. I don't know what you mean by kill the screen. What are you talking about?
Can you take the background off for a moment?
Oh, you mean the
shit background?
You want me to take the oh right? You want me to turn the cockpit off? Oh, hang on a minute.
Turn the cockpit off for just a moment.
Hang on. Hang on.
Because I want to share with our Twitch audience, and I'll also describe it for the podcast audience here.
Yeah, that's off.
All right. So literally, when I mentioned that we were in a new studio, we truly are in a new studio. This entire wall is painted green.
Yeah, it's invisible.
And it's not showing. It's not showing up as easy on the thing because you still have the chroma key on. But we're not talking. We're talking. Neil and I have been getting ready to expand this channel even more, with lots of fun different ways that we're going to be doing things. So I really, really look forward and hope you guys can join us as Neil flushes this channel out and I start up Vault 37 Studios, which has been chatting inside the room today. If you guys want to help, me get us a nice little running start, Vault 37 Studios on Twitch, all one word. Would love to start out somewhere respectable. Kind of like what we did for Gambit. You know what I mean? So anyway, is there anything else you want to talk about, Neil?
No, we're good to go.
All right, let's see. Who's streaming some Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes right now?
Shara, hello, my dear.
You know what?
I want to face you too, mate.
I'm gonna raid because he says that we've never raided him. Let's raid Swampgrass.
Okay.
Let's raid Swampgrass today. Guys, hang around. He is a fun guy to talk to. Make sure that you tell him we sent you here. So one more time, anything else, Neil?
No, we're good to go.
All right. Be nice to each other, damn it. We'll see you on the other side. Neil, push the button.
You got it, mate. Ta-ta for now, folks.
What's going on? Where the hell are we? Paris?
Thank you for pressing the self-destruct button.
Attention! This is Colonel Sanders in forward command. Abandon ship! Abandon ship! All personnel proceed to escape pods. Close down the circuits. Evacuate the city. Self-destruct mechanism has been activated. Abandon ship! Where is it? Where is it?
Self-destruct in exactly 10 seconds. Counting down. 10, 9, 8, 6.
6! What happened to 7?
Just kidding. 3, 2, 1. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Hello, friends. This is Thaddeus from Going Nerdy. The Escape Podcast was filmed in front of a live studio audience full of tweaked out murder bears.
Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog.